Hello buddy, it's vanburman here, and before I start the video recording, as you can see on the screen now, I just want to preface it with the fact that I didn't actually record any sound, so I'm going to be doing the talking now rather than what was on the video. But I will try to cover the same topics as I did before. So there you go. Anyway, you can watch me drive or ride or whatever it is you want to call it. So I initially made the video. I was actually really late for work, or not really late for work, but really late. Sort of left a bit later than I would normally do. I was perfectly fine for time, but you know, I go and get stuff before work. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. So what happened is I forgot to plug the microphone in properly into the side of the camera. But oh well, one of them. I learned my lesson from it. And just so you guys know, if you like these sort of videos, there will be lovely. There will be another one that will be coming out next week. I've got quite a big ride on Saturday, so I'm going to be either filming or doing a time lapse or something of that, and then uploading that to some music or whatever, because I won't be talking, because I think it's going to be like a 2.5 hour. Well, that's probably going to be longer than that journey, because I'm going to have to make several stops on the way. Once again, that's a bit off topic, because I wanted to talk about the game, End of an Age, Fading Remnants, and I may have filmed this yesterday, and yesterday I was a little bit disheartened, to say the least. So I suppose I'm sort of glad that it didn't come out, because some of the issues I was having with some of the scripts, and it was the problem is I had fundamental issues that I had to now iron out with the game, and that is such a big thing when I'm trying to get further on my story, adapt the game, adapt the story, develop the characters. So yeah, disheartened is an understatement, quite frankly. But this morning, I've been working on it for the past sort of hour and a half, probably nearly 2 hours now, actually. Well, sort of, somewhere around there. And I've managed to iron out the issues that I was having. So, I'll probably, or, well, if you guys want me to make a video on how I solved the particular issues, I mean, one of them's pretty simple, the other one's a bit more strange in nature, more script-based, then I will make a video on it. So the first thing, most important thing that I forgot to do, and something I should have done an extremely long time ago when I first started the game, was I thought I'd set the game at its maximum resolution, but it turns out that I hadn't. I hadn't set the height high enough, so I was losing about 100 pixels, which might not sound like a lot, but it throws a lot out, and I haven't finished completely doing this yet, but I've made a lot of the changes I had to make because of stuff not now fitting in the screen properly, because it's now 100 pixels bigger. I had sort of made images the right sort of sizes to fit the resolution I had before. I can think of some things off the top of my head now that I'm going to have to change, but luckily they were things I had to change anyway, so I'm not I'm not really too fussed about that. That's just one of those things, and I've gone through and I've made the changes I need to make for now on that, and everything is pretty good. The second issue I had is, and I didn't realise this, because as much as I do battle test a lot of things and I do test new animations and things like that, I didn't test the point of one of my characters being defeated in battle, because usually I don't get one of them fainted, for whatever reason. I've obviously got God mode that I can use when I'm testing it out and that sort of stuff. I don't normally enable that, but when I was playing through it, one of the characters did die, and if you all look on the other battle videos that I've done, there's no actual faces on the UI when it goes into the battle. And what was happening was, when the character was dying, it was then showing up the face. So there'd be no face when the characters were alive, but the faces would appear when they were dead. And the reason I took out the faces was because I increased the bars on the user interface on the battle to make them more visible, make them easier to read. And as a consequence, it covered up half of the face. So I thought it's best just to get rid of the face on the battles. We know who each person is. The faces. They're in the inventory, and they come up when they talk and things like that. So I didn't really think it was needed. I thought it was a bit unnecessary, more clutter to the UI, battle UI. And I've gone through it, and it turns out that it was basically one line of script in the ATB, the active time battle system script that I needed to remove, and that was it. And now no faces get drawn at all. Downside of that is if I now decide I want to have faces, I want to move the columns around and stuff, I would have to reinstall that script, but there you go, that's what it was. I went looking through every single one of my scripts, and I got to the ATB one, I was thinking, it's not going to be in here. And I looked, and I thought, well, I'll take out that line, see if that does it. And hallelujah, it did. So it can be the minorest of things, honestly, that can go wrong. The good thing about it is, if you work at it hard enough, you can always find a solution. Like I say, if you listened to my video yesterday, I'm pretty downbeat about it because I wasn't sure how I was going to fix it. But perseverance will eventually get you through. I'm sure. Well, I know it will. The other thing, I was as well halfway through making a new trailer for the game because obviously I don't have a Steam announcement trailer. The trailer that is on Steam is the Greenlight one, which is very, very outdated. Not that the new one is going to look mega different. Obviously, the resolution will be different and some aspects will be different. Mainly the title screen, to be honest with you, that's about it. So there's that, and I'm redoing that. Well, now this is just sort of me taking a break from doing some of the filming for it before I edit it all together, because I'd already shot this bit. I'd already embarrassed myself by having a massive camera swinging from the side of my helmet yesterday afternoon. So I thought, well, might as well use it. The footage that is, of course. And I think that's about where I'm at the minute. I'm trying to think if there's anything really to say. The bits I was struggling with was creating some of the maps, because I was making a couple of quite specific maps. I have looked online, and there's been some really good advice on there. I do recommend the RPGmaker.net forums. I believe that's the title. I'm not 100% web address title. I'm not 100% sure about that, but you can look into that. You know, they've got a lot of stuff. You can search a fairly vague term and you'll get some decent answers. So, you know, it's always worth checking that out at the first port of call. Obviously, you can always message me, and if it's something I've come across before, something I can, you know, help with, I will do. That's generally what I do. So, I think that's about it. I don't think I've got anything else to say currently. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video and the footage, because I don't know, it was quite good. I got a good angle on it this time. It shows enough of the road and everything, but it's just my normal route, so it's, you know, nothing special at all. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.